Okay, hello. My name is Belinda, and I do not have my headphones today, so I really can't tell what I sound like. So, I apologize for that. Today I wanted to do a book haul. I very rarely have book hauls because spending money on books stresses me out sometimes, but this is a birthday book haul. My birthday was on May 19th, Friday, and Sunday, my family got together. I literally said the only thing I want to do is go to Barnes & Noble, have people buy me books, and then go eat. And that's what we did. So I got 6 books because I'm spoiled, I guess. I'm so thankful for all of them, and they bring me so much joy. Now, I had a couple ideas of what I wanted when I went to Barnes & Noble. I wanted the last 2 books in the An Ember in the Ashes series. Is that what it's called? I'm not sure. I just binged the first 2 books, and they were fantastic. So, the last 2 books, A Rebirth, I have them. I could just show them to you, but let me get them. So this is the first book. I already had this. I read it, loved it. I tabbed it. Fantastic. And this is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabah Tahir. I think is how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. She's on TikTok. I've watched her TikToks. They're fun. So, that's just the first one. I read that one, and then I read A Torch in the Night by the same author, second book in the series. Or A Torch Against the Night, I'm so sorry. I read it so fast, I don't even know what it's called. And then the next 2 books are these bad boys. Now, that one that I showed you was the old cover. They only ever made 2 books with that cover. I only have the first one of that cover. The second book I actually got at Goodwill for $2 in these new covers. So this is the 3rd book. This is A Reaper at the Gates. And this one's green and pretty. The second one is blue. And then the last one is A Sky Beyond the Storm. And I'm very excited. They're really pretty books. The inside has the maps. It has the maps, and it's super pretty. On the other side, too. And I love them. And this is A Sky Beyond the Storm. The 4th one, I don't know if I said what this one was called. This is A Reaper at the Gates, if I did not. Yeah, and they just say An Ember in the Ashes novel. So, I'm assuming that's what the series is called. But yeah, that's what the books look like. This is what the second one looked like, and that's what the first one looks like with the new cover. But I don't have the new cover. And I'm okay with that. One of my best friends, Trizzy, who loves books as well, she's the one that recommended this series, and I read the first one a couple years ago, and I liked it, but, I really liked it, actually. I gave it a 4.5 stars the first time I read it. I gave it a 4.5 the second time as well. But, I think when I was reading it, I just wasn't really in a fantasy mood or a reading mood, really. I had just started my new job, and I was just like, meh. I found the second book sometime in between then and now, and I was just like, I really feel like I want a fantasy story like this. And I really like these ones because they are very much like found family, very much like just lovable characters. I love every character or hate every character. There's literally no in between. And they're really twisty-turny with like twists and turns that I don't see coming, which is really hard in fantasy for me. But I don't see any of the twists coming, and they're fantastic. And I'm just there like screaming, crying, yelling, throwing up, and really good so far. So can't wait to see how it ends. I also want to do like a spoilery review recap thing for the first book and then maybe the second book. That's probably what I'm going to film next. So stay tuned for that. Very excited. Did I even intro this video? I don't know. We shall see. Okay, so the next two books, I looked at my bookshelves and I noticed that I had read pretty much all of my thrillers, and thrillers are my favorite genre. Like when I'm in a reading slump, those are pretty much the only things that bring me back. They're probably just my favorite books of all time are thrillers. I just love that genre. So fast-paced, action-packed, love it. So I got two that I've seen all over TikTok that are fantastic, that are both on Kindle Unlimited. So like I could have just gotten Kindle Unlimited, but I decided to buy them. I've been wanting them for a while, and they seem just like good beachy thriller, like, you know, marriage is gone wrong. I love that trope. So these were buy one get one 50, so that's why I went for these ones. So we have The Last Mrs. Parrish by Liv Constantine. And this, I don't like to really know about thrillers at all. I'm assuming from the title that this is about a woman who meets a man, marries him, and then finds out something about his ex-wife and what it means to be Mrs. Parrish, the last one before her. You know what I mean? So hopefully it's cool like that. And then The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose, which is actually my grandmother's name, but with a G instead of a J. This one is, I've also seen all over TikTok, also available on Kindle Unlimited, I'm pretty sure. And I'm assuming by The Perfect crossed out that it's about a not so perfect marriage. And Behind Closed Doors by A.S. Paris. I think it's A.S. Paris. That book, fantastic. One of my favorite books ever. And it's about an imperfect marriage. That's kind of my favorite thriller book, honestly. I'm very anti-marriage, so I love when it's like, you know. Anyways, and then the next two buy one get one free books are The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, which is another thriller that's all over TikTok, can be downloaded on Kindle Unlimited, and I'm pretty sure it says from behind closed doors she sees everything. It says behind closed doors, instant buy, because that's such a good book, but I'm assuming it's a housemaid that witnesses something she shouldn't. I've heard Frida McFadden is a fantastic thriller writer, and all of her books are on Kindle Unlimited, so excited about that one. And then I wanted another Taylor Jenkins Reid book, because I've read all the ones I owned, and Daisy Jones and the Six I read in one day, pretty much one sitting, and it was so fantastic. I'm obsessed. So this is One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I don't know if I hit record on this. Did I? I'm gonna cry if I did not. Hold up. Okay, I'm sorry. I almost had a conniption because I thought you were not recording. And I've tried to film another video like this and nothing went right, and I was having flashbacks. Okay, so anyways, One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I just read Daisy Jones and the Six. Obsessed. Loved Evelyn Hugo with actually all of my heart. So I'm excited to read. Oh, and I read Malibu Rising. It wasn't as good as the other two, but I read it in a day, so whatever that tells you. This one is something completely not related to that kind of world, so I'm really excited. Again, I want to go into it blind, but I love Taylor Jenkins Reid, so I knew I wanted another one. This one I'm pretty sure is about like a second chance romance where I forget, where like her husband dies and she gets remarried, and then all of a sudden she realizes that her original husband was not dead or something. It reminds me of what was that movie? Was it like The Brother or something, where it was with Jake Gyllenhaal and his wife thought he died in the war, so she married his brother, and then he comes back, but I think that one's more thriller. This is just a literary fiction, but it reminded me of that premise, and I'm excited about it. So, I love Taylor. She's fantastic. But yeah, and then I wanted It Starts With Us, which is the sequel to It Ends With Us, which I really liked when I read, which is one of my only few Colleen Hoover books that I read that I really liked. So I don't knock Colleen Hoover. I think she's a good writer. Is she as good as everybody thinks she is? Up for debate, and I agree with both sides for different reasons, but I did like It Ends With Us, and I really wanted to read It Starts With Us. I just haven't gotten to it, haven't bought it, all that good stuff. Also, I wanted to get Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney, because I loved Normal People last year. Actually, so much more than I thought I was, like literally obsessed. Read it in like a day again. Just a fantastic movie. Are you like not centered on me? That'd been really awkward. I really hope you were. Anyways, Sally Rooney. Yeah, I was gonna get those two books, but then I decided not to, and nobody else was buying me books, so it's fine. I did also buy myself a book on my birthday. Well, Saturday, the day before, we all went to Barnes & Noble, because I've been wanting so badly to read Magnolia Parks, and I was going to get it at Barnes & Noble, but it's literally not available in store at any Barnes & Nobles, according to their website. At least anywhere near me, apparently. You can only order it for like $21 for a paperback. And they were all around like $20 everywhere I looked. Amazon, just everywhere. So I was like, let me look at Pongo books, however you call that app. I was like, I've never looked over there, and I never tried it. And literally 10 minutes before I started looking, this girl posted it for $7, no, $8, with like $3.50 for shipping. So I got it for like $11 when somebody else wanted $21. So I said yes, thank you. So that should be coming in the mail soon. The only thing is, like, I don't know if it's coming because it hasn't been shipped yet, and it's already Monday, so I don't know how that's gonna work, but hopefully that comes soon and I can show you guys that. But yeah, heard such mixed reviews about Magnolia Parks, but I'm in the mood for like something outrageous and dramatic. That's really what I feel like. So we shall see. But currently right now, in case you're curious, I am reading The Age of Ice. I think it's just Age of Ice. I'm not even gonna attempt to say his name because I don't know how to pronounce the author's name. But it's basically, people were saying it's like Knives Out when I originally heard about it. It's basically like this horrific crime happens in the beginning, and now you're getting everybody who's involved's perspective. I think I'm only on the second perspective. The first one was wild. It takes place in India, and it's fantastic, and it's just exploring the poverty and extreme wealth of everybody there. And it's like crime, family, rich, kind of the Magnolia Parks vibe I wanted to go for, but in India instead of in England. And I'm into it. I'm only like 25% though, so don't quote me, because that might change. You should stay tuned for my wrap up at the end of the month, and then I will tell you further. But yeah, I think that's it for my little haul here. I want to, after this, right now, I'm going to film my little spoilery recap of An Ember in the Ashes. So stay tuned for that. If you don't want to read that book, I'm going to give a little bit of a review first. No spoils. So you watch that and then click off if you don't want to spoil anything. I want it so I can look back and remember what happens, and also for other people. Because my whole thing was like, I hate having to reread the first book to remember what happened so I could continue on with the series months, or even years later. So I was like, people do that on YouTube. What if I did it ASMR style? Would that be cool? Maybe it'll be cool. So I'm gonna film that right now. So if you see me in the same clothes, don't be alarmed. It's part of the plan. But yes, so I'm gonna hang up with you now. Just kidding, we're not on the phone, but imagine if we were. I hope you had a great night. I hope you're sleeping, or maybe I'm in the background at work or something. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you in the next video.